Hi guys, so today I have a new product to share with you. So this was sent to me by Rosalind. They did send this to me as PR, but that doesn't change my opinion or my review on this. So this is going to be a first impression / review, and I'm actually doing this a little bit differently. I've already used these products and kind of have my thoughts on them. So I thought while I was showing you each of those, I'll kind of give you a quick rundown on everything as I'm going through it. But this particular kit also comes with a UV lamp. So I have that here. I thought we'd look at that first. And everything will be linked down below in the description box. So it comes wrapped up like this. So this particular lamp has a 60, 80, and 90 seconds. And then it's white. It has a USB charger, so you can plug that in anywhere that you can plug in a USB. And then this is the light configuration. So this one doesn't have a base, so this would be really good for doing pedicures as well. So I didn't have any issues with the lamp itself. It worked fine for curing the products. I was using it on the 60-second for most of it. You could probably do the 80 and 99 as well if you're having issues with it curing, but honestly at 60 seconds it did totally fine for me. And if you see here, that's the sensor, so when you put your hand into the light, it automatically turns on. So overall, very happy with the lamp. So let's go ahead and get into this. So this kit came with this bag here to hold everything. So you get your 180/100 grit file. You also get these dual forms. I didn't use these today. Honestly, I prefer tips to the dual forms. And this is what the little bag looks like that you get everything in. So you get your base and top coat, and this top coat is a no wipe top coat. So I use the base coat on my nail plate as well as attaching the actual nail tips on my nails, and that worked really well. I didn't have any issues with either of these products. This one is very shiny, as you can see, and it cured totally fine. I didn't have any like pulling away from the nails or anything like that, and same thing with the base coat, totally fine. No issues there. So you also get your gel solution, and this is just your slip solution. I will say I did have issue with this. It did create a white cast on me. So you'll see in the video when I actually do the design, the first nail that I did, I used this. There's a little bit of a white cast. It was a white nail, so it was hard to see, but in person I could see it. So my only suggestion is if you're getting that white casting, to go ahead and switch over to isopropyl alcohol. Once I switched over to the isopropyl alcohol, I didn't have any issues of that white casting, and the white casting just filed away. It was only on the surface of the nail. It didn't actually affect the nail design. Now, if you were doing something in clear, that might be a bigger issue for you, but that's just something to note if you find that you're having that issue. And then you also get their brush. So this one here says Rosalind. On the one side, you get your spatula. And then on this side, you get the brush. I did really like this brush. I didn't find that it was too soft or too firm. It was really easy to work with, and I like the shape that it's a little bit tapered. So very good brush. So in this particular kit, you get 6 colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and swatch those for you real quick. I did remove the little foil thing that's at the tip just to make it easier for me to swatch these for you guys. But this first color is called Glitter Polygel, and it doesn't have a name. It's a silver glitter, and it has holographic glitters in there as well as just the silver metallic. And then those are 0.5 fluid ounces. And then the color that I used today was this pink glitter. You also get a clear. Now I will say that the texture of the clear is a little bit different than the other ones. I did find that if I didn't keep my brush totally saturated, that it was kind of pulling away from the other polygels. So if you're finding that that's an issue for you, just be sure to keep your brush saturated. The other color that I used today is this one, Opal, and this is kind of a milky white color, so it's not a true white. So this would be good if you were doing like milk bath nails or something along those lines. But again, that's their Opal color. And then they have their Pearl Pink, which is just a cover pink. And then the other color that I used today is their Nude, and that's the clear nude color that I have here on the ombre nail. So again, that's the Nude, Pearl Pink, Opal, Clear, this pink glitter color, and then this silver glitter color. So I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on this before we jump into the tutorial, just so you guys kind of know where I stand. So as far as curing went, everything cured fine. I didn't have any issues with that. I would say the only color that I had issues with was the clear, and that's just because the texture was a little different. So I did have to build up the nail a little bit thicker than I normally would, but honestly with Polygel, it's really easy to file, so I'd rather err on the side of caution and have too much product on my nail and just do a little bit more filing than not have enough. So that was why I ended up doing that, and you'll see that in the video. I address that as I'm going. And the other thing that I just wanted to note was that if you're getting a white cast when using this slip solution, just go ahead and switch to the isopropyl alcohol. Really, that was the only issue that I had. And like I said, it was right on the top of the gel itself. So I was able to file that away. But if you don't like that, switch to the isopropyl alcohol. Aside from that, everything worked great in the kit. I think it's good bang for your buck, especially since you can literally do a set of nails right out of the bag, provided that you have your own primer and dehydrator. I would say those are the only two things that maybe you need. But I love that they include the lamp. I love that you have everything here. And I really did like the brush that they provided. This is my preference for a brush as far as the shape of it. So I would say overall, very good product. I wanted to say thank you to Rosalind for sending this to me to review for you guys. Again, I will have that down below in the description box if you guys are interested in checking that out. So let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. That way you guys can see me use this product. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with some rubbing alcohol. I've already prepped my nails. Here I've already sized out my tips. I'm going to be using the base gel that comes in the kit to attach my tips. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my dehydrator and primer. So here I have my LED lamp, and this is just a small one. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. And here I'm going to grab my tip. I'm just going to go ahead and put some base gel into the well of that. Now you can scratch up the surface of the inside here if you're worried about those popping off. I don't usually have an issue with that, but if you're harder on your nails, you may want to do that. Now when I place these tips on, I'm going to leave a little gap at the cuticle area, and that's just so that I can control the product down there. You just want to make sure that you have everything straight, and then you're just going to put that in your light. And it's going to look like that. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. I'm just going to repeat the process for each nail. Okay, now that I have those in place, I'm going to go ahead and put this into my large LED lamp, and I'm going to do a full 30 seconds on that. Now for this next step, I'm just going to go ahead and take my e-file, and I'm just going to rough up the surface of those tips. I'm also going to go in with a file and just remove that little tab at the end of the nail. Now if you need to adjust anything, now would be the time. So if you need to go in and adjust the sides or anything like that. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and clean everything off with some isopropyl alcohol. So because I did go ahead and clean everything up with alcohol, I'm going to go ahead and apply dehydrator and primer just to the back part of that nail again. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover the entire nail, cuticle area included, with the base coat. So for the ring finger, I'm going to go ahead and do all of the color Opal. Okay, a couple of things I wanted to point out as I'm working this nail. So when I was using their slip solution, and I went ahead and cured it after I had got it all situated, I noticed that there's some white casting that's happening. That's not totally uncommon. That's why personally I prefer to use isopropyl alcohol. So I went ahead and switched to isopropyl alcohol in my dappen dish here, but I just wanted to point that out, that there is some white casting that I'm getting after curing. And as I put a little bit of alcohol on this nail, it does seem to be going away, so it doesn't look like it's in the nail. But if you were doing a clear design, that could really affect your outcome. So hopefully when I file and everything, you won't see that. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next color here. So I'm going to be using this glitter color, which is just a pink glitter. So for the pinky and pointer finger, I'm going to do a glitter ombre. So I'm going to start out with that glitter color, and I'm just going to work that down. And I'm just going to drag that with pressure as I'm going further down the nail. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the pointer finger here. Now for the middle finger, I'm going to go ahead and do a total glitter nail. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cure that. I'm just going to do a quick flash cure on those nails real quick. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this nude color, and I'm just going to finish out those ombre nails. Now I'm going to go over all of those glitter nails with a little bit of clear. I will say this clear has a bit different of a consistency from the others. It's a little bit stiffer and it's having trouble sticking to the other polygels. So I'm finding when I push down on it that it kind of pulls it away from the already cured polygel. So hopefully that's not going to cause an issue later on where it starts pulling away. So I'm finding that I need to keep my brush a little more saturated so that it doesn't stick to the brush at all. And I'm having a little harder time kind of maneuvering it into shape. The good thing about polygel though is that it files so easily that that's really not an issue, because I know that I can fix anything up in filing. So for the next part of this nail design, I'm going to be using some brown gel polish and then just this fine brush here. And then I'm also going to be using these little nail stickers. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the brown polish. And I'm just going to bring that down in a branch shape. There's no real rhyme or reason to the way that I'm placing these. All right, once that's cured, I'm just going to go ahead and place some of these stickers. All right, once I've placed those in the order that I want, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure to press those down so that there's no areas where that sticks up. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply top coat and cure that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into the light for 60 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and top coat all of those nails. I'm going to go ahead and give this one last cure for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to go wash my hands, and I'll be right back to show you the final results. Alright everyone, so here's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I wanted to say thank you to Rosalind for sending me these products to review for you guys. I will have everything linked down below in the description box. Wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.